Welcome to all dear students in today's lecture. Uh, Before starting our lecture, we focus on our last lecture. Which thing we are learned into the last lecture? The two procedures of human resource planning. The first step in that is forecasting the demand for human resources, and second one is determining manpower inventory, means supply forecasting. And today we are highlight the third step is that determining manpower gaps. In that the existing number of personnel and their skills are compared with the forecasted manpower needs to be determined the qualitative and quantitative gaps in the workforce. Means what? In any organization we have to be focused on existing manpower's number, how many people are working in a current situation, and their skills, and these skills and this number of manpower we want to be compare with which we required in a future, maybe 10, maybe in the in the terms of quantitative and qualitative. If we require more number in future, we focus on quantitative. If we require a particular skill of people, we focus on qualitative. And this is through that we are identify gaps of the workforce. Next, a reconciliations of demand and supply forecast will give us the number of people to be recruited or made redundant as the case may be. Means what? A reconciliation means what? Understanding of demand and supply forecast will give us a number of people, means how many people we are required or not required. This information we are collect from that determining manpower for understanding the gaps. Okay, on this basis any organization preparing the HR plans. So let's we are focus the last step of human resource planning is that formulating HR plans. In that, organization operate in a changing environment. Consequently, HR requirements also change continuously. Change in product mix, union, agreements, competitive actions are some of the important things that need special attention. The HR requirements identify along the procedures, outlines, gaps need to be translated into a concentrate HR plans packed up by detailed policies, programs and strategies. Means what? According to the changing scenario or changing environment, human resource planning also change their activities, and according to that they are making a programs and strategy. For that they are making a number of plans. We are take this one by one. The first plan is recruitment plans. It will indicate the number and type of people required and when they are needed, especially plans to recruit right people and how they are to be dealt with the via the recruitment program. Means what? We required people for any organization. For that which number of people we are, which kind of people we required, and how we are taking these right people into our organization. For that they are making a recruitment program. Second plan is that redeployment plan. It will indicate the programs for transferring or retaining existing employee for new jobs. Redeployment is nothing but transferring this human resource into the another unit or a same unit, or retaining existing employee for any new job. And also we see the second plan is that redundancy plan. It will indicate who is redundant, when and where. The plan for retaining where this is possible, and plans for golden shake hands, retrenchment, layoff, etc. In any organization there are number of people, we require retain of that people, or maybe give a golden shake hand. Golden shake hand means what? We are officially say to them their services will be stopped in a next month, next year, or we are stopping their workouts. We required that plan also for organization, how many people are quit from the organization, so that we are doing this kind of plan. And next is what? A training plan. It will indicate the number of training or apprentice required, and the program for recruiting or training them. Existing staff require training or retraining, new courses to be developed or changing to be affected in existing courses. Means what? In any organization for the human resource planning, a training plan is required. If we want to be change the skills of the employee, for that we give a training. Often new recruiters and the already who existed employee, we required updation of their knowledge. For that we organize the retraining, and that plan also we required according to the organizational changes. And next is that productivity plan. It will be indicate reasons for employee productivity or reducing employee cost through work simplification, studies, machinization, productivity, bargaining, incentives, and profit sharing schemes, job redesign, etc. Means what? In our organization there are changing in a product, or we want to be according to that we want to be change our employee, maybe reducing the employee because of computerization, because of technology. All this plan we required for our organization. And next plan is that retention plan. It will be indicate reasons for employee turnover and show strategies to avoid wastage through compensation policies, change in work requirement, and improvement in working conditions. Means you want to be a retain number of employee into the same organization, and why they are retained into that organization. We not hire new employee. All these are included into the retention plans. And last plan is that, and it is too much important, this is the control points. The entire manpower plan be subjected to close monitoring from time to time. Control points to be set up to find out deficiencies, periodic updating of manpower inventory in the light of changing circumstances, be understand to remove deficiency and develop future plans. Means in short, there is a close supervision of employee, they are working properly or expert not, whatever be. And if there is a deficiency, means lacuna into their workouts, we have to be identified. For that they develop a future plans. These this way we are complete the process of human resource planning. Thank you.